Hi guys, welcome back to TV Spoilers. Today I'm going to reveal to the audience Victor's dark scheme that's making Adam feel uneasy. He senses his father's cruelty, so it's time for Victor to speak up and stop all of his father's actions that don't involve the law. Adam has a bad feeling about Victor sneaking around. Adam finds Victor in a secret location and warns him about the consequences of his dark plans. Adam specifically emphasizes Lily Winter's disappearance, questioning Victor whether Lily is truly safe or just a pawn in his power game. Victor, taken by surprise, refuses to reveal the whole truth, only asserting that Lily is still under his control, but his eye suggests something more complicated. Adam has always understood his father better than most people around Victor Newman, and that's both an advantage and a curse. He understood Victor's way of thinking, how he turned fear into power, silence into bargaining, and a panicked person into a docile link in the machine he called order. Adam also understood that every time Victor said everything was under control, it was usually the most dangerous moment, because that statement didn't mean everything was fine, but only that he wasn't ready for anyone else to touch the part of the truth he held. Therefore, from the moment the signs related to Lily began to become unusual, Adam had a bad feeling. It wasn't a vague feeling stemming from fleeting emotion, but an intuition built up over years of living in Victor's shadow, watching him win so many battles using methods no one dared to name correctly. Lily's disappearance wasn't a trip, nor was it a temporary retreat for a woman needing to breathe. Everything surrounding it was too deliberate, too clean, too quiet. There were no obvious flaws or no blatant clues, no chaos large enough to cause immediate panic. But it was precisely this cleanliness that sent chills down Adam's spine. In Victor's world, the most dangerous plans were always wrapped in a smooth shell, where everything seemed so logical that one would be ashamed to have suspected anything. Adam had once executed such plans, had quickly learned that ruthless logic, so now standing on the opposite side of suspicion, he couldn't pretend to sense the scent of a meticulously orchestrated conspiracy. He didn't go to Newman Ranch. He didn't go to the main office. He didn't choose the places Victor was familiar with as a patriarch or businessman, because Adam knew that in those dark places, Victor always wore the mask he wanted the world to see. Adam found him in a secret location, a place out of the family sight, out of the public workings of Newman, a place that could only exist when Victor wanted to carry out unnamed actions. Adam's finding him there was, in itself, a silent declaration of war. Without a word, both understood the boundary had been crossed. Adam was no longer there for advice, no longer to negotiate a role, no longer as a son trying to prove his worth. He came as a man carrying genuine unease and a long-suppressed anger. The moment Adam appeared, Victor was genuinely surprised. Not much, but enough for someone like Adam to notice. It was a slight flicker in his eyes, a very brief pause before Victor regained his familiar composure. Others might have overlooked it, but Adam didn't. He knew his father too well to know that if Victor was surprised, it meant the situation was more complicated than he had anticipated. Victor disliked being found in places like this, and even less so being questioned before he was prepared. And that initial surprise only sharpened Adam's intuition. Something was beyond the realm of a business game, something related to Lily being concealed, not just for strategic purposes, but to prevent others from seeing the true extent of the risk. Victor didn't respond the way Adam expected. He didn't argue sharply, make promises, or soften his stance. He simply maintained that same look, a look both resolute and deeply hidden. That very look left Adam with a greater unease than when he entered the secret location. He had hoped to find at least one sign that Lily was truly being held captive within a limited plan. But what he got was the feeling that the story was more complicated than he had imagined. That Lily wasn't just appearing on the edge of the chessboard, but was right on the intersection of the most dangerous schemes. And if so, time was no longer something he could waste. There's no need for an immediate explosion, just a sealed room, two people who know each other too well, and a name shrouded in the ambiguity of a truth. The brilliance of this narrative lies in the fact that it doesn't turn Adam into a perfect hero, nor does it make Victor a simple villain. Adam is right to worry about Lily, but he's also haunted by memories of past paths he's now condemning. Victor is terrifying because he controls everything, but even more so because he truly believes he's doing what needs to be done. Perhaps the most haunting thing isn't what Victor is hiding, but that Adam has seen enough to be afraid, yet not enough to save Lily. That's the most dangerous gap, and also the gap that compels viewers to keep watching to see who will cross the line first. On our TV Spoilers channel, I always seek content inspiration for each video by compiling short video clips to analyze and offer my personal opinions. This channel specializes in analyzing, theorizing, and discussing plot points in the Young and the Restless series from the perspective of a longtime fan. Through this, viewers can gain deeper, more objective, and more interesting perspectives. Subscribe to the channel to stay updated on the latest news about the Young and the Restless series.